Hey, good morning, everybody. This is day 2 of 31 days with Michael Wahl. We're going to be each day 3 minutes in the Word. Let's get started. Hey, we're in Philippians 1 again, but in this time we're actually in verse 12. Now, Paul was in jail, and he's talking about the chains that are on him. He says, now I want you to know, brothers and sisters, that what has happened to me has actually served to advance the gospel. He's saying, look, what's going on has actually been a positive thing. As a result, it has become clear throughout the whole palace guards and to everyone else that I am in chains for Christ. And because of my chains, listen, because of his chains, I love that. Because of his chains, because of my chains, most of the brothers and sisters have become confident in the Lord and dare all the more to proclaim the gospel without fear. He's like, listen, many people are going to sit there and say, oh, poor Paul. He's like, don't do that. Because of my chains, because of where I'm at, because of what God is doing to me right now, people have become to know Christ. Hey, I have a question for you. When you think about the situation you're in, do you think about that you're in jail or that you're in schooling? Let me say that again. In the situation you're in, do you feel like you're miserable in jail, God's punishing you, or do you feel like you're in schooling? I have some friends of mine, Varel and Delia Crucero in Romania, and Varel's father was one of the pastors back in the 50s who was put in jail for his faith. He was an underground pastor where they would hold churches, and he got caught and was put in jail for a long time. I remember I had a chance in Romania to speak to him, and one time I went to Tata and said, hey, listen, you know, this must have been a horrific time for you. It must have been the worst time in the world with you being in jail because of the gospel. And I remember he grabbed my hand and looked me in the eye, and through translation, he said it was the best time of my life. He's like, because you have to see, Michael, I never got a chance to go to seminary. I never got a chance to go to school. But when I was put in jail, they put me with other pastors that taught him and that gave him the education he needed. So he said that time in jail was the best time, and God blessed that. Wow, what a beautiful story. I mean, I think sometimes in our lives we have to think the same thing. It's like, I know you may not be in a situation where you want to be, but is God ready to use you in that situation so that you can change other lives? Are you in schooling? Is God using that situation you're in right now to school you, to teach you, and get you ready for your next chapter? Look, Paul said, because of my chains, the gospel is being preached. Because of the situation you're in today, is God ready to use you for something great? Hey, this is 3 minutes with Michael Wahl today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Not next week, tomorrow for our next one. Thank y'all, and God bless you.